morning, people.
Ooh. Morning, evening, and all the time.
All right.
Welcome back if you've been here before. If you're new, this is
Hashtag Just Saying, the podcast.
The movement. And let's get some prostitution out of the way. You
right.
can be
Not
sure.
wearing a shirt this week.
He's not, so I got to say it. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell if you feel like it. I don't know what to tell you. You can watch the first 40 here on the YouTubes. Listen where streaming things stream. You can check out the pre-show banter and Trivia Tuesdays on TikTok. That's at
Right.
hashtag Just Saying.
It was
all
a
one word.
nail biter this week.
It was a rough go this week.
Yeah, I was like,
rough
damn.
go. That's the end of the prostitution.
The lowest score game we've had so far.
God, it's like the Bengals.
The Bengals?
The Bengals. Who else
The
sucks?
music group?
The Bengals. The football team.
Oh, Bengals.
It was
I
like
think you like Bengal.
no.
Cincinnati.
It's like
Cincinnati.
It's like the Bengals versus the Jets.
And the Raiders.
Yeah. Yeah, the Raiders too.
Used to be the Browns all the time too.
Owned by Tom
Yeah.
Brady.
They used to have a shitty season all the time.
Yeah, they're still.
In Cleveland.
Do you think Tom will make some changes to the Raiders?
They're not fantastic. If he wants to win a game, he will.
We're going to change the name.
I caught I caught a piece of their game on Sunday, and I don't remember who they were playing because it's inconsequential to me.
Right.
But they managed to have a pickoff. They picked off the quarterback.
Oh.
And they 100% didn't capitalize on it and ended up having a kick. And then I was like, only the Raiders would screw up an interception. Because that's on brand for them.
Oh, well.
It is.
All the way from Vegas.
Yep. Did we have fun trick-or-treating this week?
I didn't go trick-or-treating.
Didn't go trick-or-treating?
Bailey.
Bailey?
What did you watch?
I want to. What does barely trick-or-treating mean?
Well, Catherine wasn't sure if she wanted to go out.
Yeah.
Beautiful weather.
It
No,
was. It was. Do you remember when we were kids? You had to put on like your winter coat.
Yes.
We had to put on like
It
winter
always
coats.
rained.
We like your fleece jammies underneath or something.
Yeah, you had to put your winter coat on, and I hated that because it's like it ruins the effect of the costume.
Yeah.
Now, when you were a kid, did you go before or after dinner?
After
After.
And how long are you out for, roughly?
a couple hours,
Yeah, same here.
About there.
couple hours, and then we'd. I mean,
Sift through your candy, make sure no razor blades.
That's one of those things that irks me because I feel like people spoke about it before it ever happened. It's one of those things that like the myth came
We'll
before.
scare kids.
Yeah, the myth came before the actual act.
Yeah.
Because you never heard about it, and then all of a sudden, people are like, "Oh, be careful, razor," and then there was like one case of it. It's like, oh,
In 40 years, there was one case.
yeah. So she wasn't sure she wanted to go out. She was just like, there's things inside I can
As
do.
each year passes, she's more that she'd rather be home giving out the candy.
No,
Yeah.
okay.
She's almost 12 going on 17, so.
Jeez. It's a big leap.
That is a leap. Yeah.
Well, then.
We just went to a couple houses, and then she just wanted to come back and give out the candy.
Oh, all right.
Nice.
Which sucked for me because she told me she doesn't like Reese's peanut butter cups much.
Yeah.
So she told me if she got any, she'd give them to me.
Oh, and you got gypped because she.
I wanted to stay out a little longer.
Sean's like, you might get some good swag.
Nice.
The first place we went to is a husband and wife, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
He was
You
dressed.
believe?
He was dressed up as Michael Myers.
Yeah.
She was dressed up as Freddy Krueger, and they had an actual car, the Plymouth Ferry from Christine.
Oh,
Wow.
okay. Wow.
He had an actual
Trifecta.
replica car outside on his driveway.
Nice.
Do you play the piano?
When he was walking over to us, you can hear him doing the Michael Myers breathing in his mask, though. I wasn't sure if he was even going to speak, but when he got over to Catherine, he said, "Happy Halloween."
Michael doesn't talk.
This one did.
I got a
Yeah.
funny Halloween story. Robert Englund.
Yeah.
My favorite.
For those who don't know, Robert Englund is Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
Only Freddy Krueger. I mean, no one else can replace him. He hands out candy on Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
But he hands out like king-size candy bars.
Ah.
Yeah. To like every kid. I'm like, that's expensive.
He's got that.
He's got the money for
He's
it.
got that Kruger money.
I know.
He's got that Kruger money. He can afford the king size.
That's right.
Why not?
It'd be pretty cool. You can go to like Freddy Krueger's house and go trick or treating.
I want to know: does he answer the door as Freddy Krueger?
I don't know.
I mean, because he could probably wear the hat and then the glove and not the makeup.
Right. You can get a mask. You can buy a mask at the store.
That'd be so funny to see him wearing like
Robert
a
Englund wearing a mask of Robert Englund.
to see him wearing like a dollar store, fucking Freddy Krueger. That'd be funny. That's worth it right there.
There was always like a couple houses like when I was a kid that the full size candy bars, but I never got a king size. I was like, that's a treat right there.
I don't think I've ever gotten.
King size.
It was very rare. I got the a normal, like they always gave the like the
Fun
miniature, the
size.
fun size.
This isn't fun.
Yeah.
My mom
Raisins.
went out and bought like one box because she hardly ever gets any trick or treaters. But she's
Really?
like, she's so optimistic. Like every year she keeps buying. I'm like, why do you keep buying? You never get anybody.
Hi, Mom.
She's like, well, this could be the year. This could be my year.
You got to you got to decorate. People are like, oh, we go to that house.
So
You know?
she, excuse me. So she bought one box. She goes, I bought one box and that's it. And she's like, if I happen to get more kids than that, they're out of luck.
Lights off.
I said, well, you give them a handful of potato chips or something.
You turn your lights off,
Yes.
or did you turn the crystal lights on? That'll scare everybody away.
I had thought about it. So I got off work and then, well, which is, no, because that was Wednesday.
Oh.
So I got off work and then we got something to eat. And then I settled in
Casa
to
Cancun?
watch, no. And I settled in to watch the Great Pumpkin.
Oh,
And then we
Never
watched.
seen that.
You didn't see the Great Pumpkin,
know
Charlie
of it.
Brown? Oh my goodness.
carves a pumpkin. I don't know.
Then we
what's the premise?
Then we watched. What the hell did he make me watch?
He made you.
Yes, because I
We're
didn't.
watching this.
I didn't want to.
tonight.
I didn't
Why
want.
did he force me to watch?
I didn't want to watch it. I didn't want to watch it, and it was kind of like. Oh, it's Tim Burton. The
A Nightmare Before Christmas.
No, it was Corpse Bride.
Corpse Bride.
Yeah,
What's that?
it's a very strange movie.
I
I was like,
I've heard the name. I never.
CGI animated ones.
yeah, it's an animated thing.
Ah.
Again, Johnny Depp.
Yes.
Ah.
So I'm like, ugh.
It was
He
anime. How you know it was Johnny Depp?
because it said
Oh,
His
it
name's
says-
in the
said
credits.
starring Johnny Depp.
Oh,
Yeah, I
there's-
mean,
there's a voice.
I'm not just assigning people to this movie, Joe.
You're gonna
They-
be in this movie.
They've already been paid for it. So
Danny
I was like,
Elfman, you're gonna do the music.
he was in it. Yeah, Danny Elfman. Danny Elfman did the music, and then he played a
He's
character.
Burton's
in it.
right hand man.
Yeah, and he
Damn.
played a character in it too.
You're my best friend.
But I'd never seen it. So he was like, "Oh, what'd you think?" And I was like, "It was all right, I guess." I don't know. Then he was trying to find something else for us to watch that would take us to 9:00 bedtime.
Us senior citizens.
Yeah, I have to. He gets up at like 4 a.m.
Damn.
So 9:00 is late. And because he has 3 alarms that go off, I get up at 4 a.m.
Damn.
So and then we were trying to figure out something to make like to get us till at least 9 or a little bit after, and so I put on House on Haunted Hill
Nice.
because I was like, I haven't gotten any Vincent Price in my Halloween this year, so I was like, we need a Vincent Price, and then we watched it, and Jay goes, "It was right to end this on Vincent Price," and I said, "Wasn't it?" And then he goes, "You know what?" He goes, "We should have." But to end it properly, I think we need the Easter sales commercial. He used to do what is it, UNICEF or Easter seals? He used to do the booklets.
Oh yeah.
And I said I can't remember when I did it. I said, but at least a month or so ago, I had I put that commercial at the end of the podcast thing on TikTok.
Oh yeah.
So I said, I know he's in there somewhere.
Now, in your opinion, what's the most famous Halloween song?
The most famous Halloween song?
Yeah, like
This is
and
Halloween.
when you hear it, like, oh, that's Halloween.
Probably Werewolves of London.
Sean,
Ow.
Thriller.
that was my pick too.
All right. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
At least mine had werewolves in the title. You want to know what's messed up is I tried to mix in the staples of Halloween viewing and then throw in a couple of newer things.
Right.
Yeah, so we watched like Doctor Sleep, which I'd never seen this year, and then I finally sat down and watched An American Werewolf in London because I'd never seen
original?
it. Huh?
The original?
Yes. Because I'd never seen it.
I've seen clips. I never watched the whole thing.
And I was like, I said, I've heard about it. I said, let's finally sit and watch Werewolf of London. And he goes, okay.
All right.
So we start watching it, and there's this guy, the star of the film is a guy named David Naughton.
David Naughton.
David Naughton. Does that sound familiar to anyone?
Is he from that friggin' Midnight Madness movie?
Yes, he is.
Oh, okay.
Yes, he is.
Good one,
We was
Joe.
in there. That should have been a trivia question. So I was sitting there watching it, and I said, "This guy looks familiar." And he goes, "Oh, it's David Naughton." And I said, and he said it like I should automatically know who that is. So I was like, "Oh, cool." And then I said, "Now you need to tell me who that is." And he goes, "Well, before he was singing to us in Dr. Pepper commercials, because apparently he used to do all the Dr. Pepper commercials. I'm a pepper, you're a pepper. He did all those, right?
Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too?
Yeah, he goes, he was in a little film called Midnight Madness. And I was like, oh, okay. He was in Midnight Madness. Cool. But his friend in the movie,
Yeah.
who, befalls a horrible fate,
Oh.
I was looking at him and I'm like,
Spoiler alert.
he seems, but I'm not telling you how. He seems familiar as well. And I said, how do I know him? And his name is Griffin Dunn. And he was in a film called Johnny Dangerously. He played the brother. And I was like,
Keep
God,
movie.
and I was like, God damn it. I was like, because he said something. And sometimes it takes like an actor to say just one little thing the right way. And you go, that's where I know that guy from. He said something. And I was like, Johnny Dangerously. And Jay's like, what? And I said, that's how I know him. He was in Johnny Dangerously. Johnny, you were going to take a bullet for me. Actually, kid, I was counting on a lot of missing. I love that movie.
Never seen it.
I was so excited that I got that one right away. I was like, I got, Griffin Dunn, but I don't know David Naughton, apparently. Was it a good movie?
What, the werewolf thing?
The American Werewolf in London, was it a good movie?
Well, it was 1982.
The effects, I think, and I'm not bullshitting, I think the effects were done by Jim Henson.
Okay.
Like the werewolf effects. The only
I
reason
think the director was the same guy who made Thriller.
Yes.
it's John Landis.
Yeah.
So if John Landis did Thriller, then
He
yes.
Yes.
And then I freaking watched something else by him the other day. It was like 2 days later, and I was like, "Oh, it's John Landis." Oh, it was
Spies Like Us?
a different film. Never mind.
Okay.
But anyway,
Anywho.
so I was like, I think the puppets are done by, the werewolf is done by Jim Henson. The only reason I say that is because in the middle of the movie, there's Frank Oz, just randomly a Frank Oz, and I'm like, what the heck is Frank Oz doing in this?
Waka, waka, waka.
Well, his normal speaking voice is almost like Fozzie.
Is
So
it?
that's all you hear when he speaks. I'm like, oh, I'm just waiting for him to go, Kermit! I would probably give it like a 6 or a 6.5 out of 10
Not bad.
because it's a short film. It feels like you're watching like a little short movie. It's not very
Like
long.
commercial.
And you don't spend a whole lot of time with the werewolf.
No.
And I feel like we got kind of gypped on that. It's
It's
like,
in the title.
it is in the title, but you only get like
Get the full moon.
10 minutes of werewolf time.
Damn.
And it's like, what?
Beetlejuice got more time than that. He got
Barely.
17 minutes.
Barely Beetlejuice got more time than that. So I was a little bit about that.
And Michael Jackson loved it, and he wanted to do the Thriller.
He liked that
And
movie?
oh yeah.
Oh.
So he got in touch with John
Yeah.
and
Little Michael
asked
Jackson?
him to direct his video and have the same special effects.
Yeah, you got to watch the making of Thriller. It's really good.
I think I can do without it.
Michael Jackson isn't Michael Jackson when he's a werewolf. Michael Jackson is Michael Jackson when he's a zombie. It's like, what?
What?
There's some good remastered versions of that on YouTube.
Of what?
The whole Thriller thing.
Oh, okay. I mean, I just my goodness, I don't know why he thought the effects were great. They really weren't. Or maybe that's just watching it in 2024.
Right.
We're so spoiled.
50-year-old
maybe,
movie. Yeah,
maybe.
that's so great.
There was talk of remaking it.
They did. I saw it.
Well,
It was decent.
did they already? Because I thought
Like
they were.
American Werewolf in like Paris or something.
No, yeah, that's like a sequel.
Oh,
It's like a sequel. It's not. They wanted to do the remake, the whole remake. His son was going to redo the American Werewolf in London thing, but then his son got caught up in some very interesting things, allegedly. Yeah, yeah. So
Well then.
that ended up not going forward. So it's not going forward with him.
No.
But
Well then.
yeah.
Yes.
I'm trying to. So, I what
I got a lot.
What do you? Well, I mean, I have a few things, but
Let's say Nintendo
yeah.
is releasing the Switch 2 in the spring of 2025.
You know what? They don't have like a. Then you know my irritation with Nintendo.
What's your irritation with Nintendo?
My irritation with Nintendo is that they put out systems.
Right.
Right, and then
Like
it's
all
like
the time.
well, it's
Too
not
often.
it's not so much the the amount of systems that they put out. It's just that they don't like they barely. I feel like they really didn't. There's really not a whole lot of Switch games,
Right.
like good quality Switch games. There's a few, but there's not a lot.
Now,
And
what's the difference between the Switch and the Wii U?
the Wii U, the
Like
Switch
the-
and the Wii U
Is
is
it like- I don't know.
it's well the Wii U, the Switch has its own like screen.
Okay.
So like you could, and you put it in the dock.
So it's like a PSP.
Yeah, I guess. But you put the screen in the dock, and then it will be on your TV.
Okay.
And if you like, say somebody was watching a movie or something, you could just take the thing out of the dock, and you could walk around and you could play it. So it's like
Okay. So
you
it's
can
not like motion activated like the.
no,
Okay.
no, not at all.
Okay.
You can play games like that, but that's not like all it can do.
So you can switch from handheld to the TV. That's
I guess.
I think
yeah,
I got the name.
maybe.
I wish you could just switch from the TV
But
to
they're
you can do that.
they're putting out a Switch too, and they,
Yeah.
I mean, like, really didn't get any. Listen, on the very first Nintendo, we got like 3 Super Mario games.
Yep.
On the Switch, there's 2, and that
One was
doesn't.
like probably Mario Kart.
That's I'm not even including Mario Kart because that's not solely a Mario title.
Right.
You got Mario the Wonder, the Mario Wonder, and then
Wonder of it all.
the Mario Odyssey.
Okay.
And it's like, that's it.
Okay.
I feel like, and there's like 4 Zelda games if you like Legend of Zelda.
It's all right.
I'm not a fan, but
Like the first one.
that's did I speak last week about what has befallen my PlayStation?
Yes.
Yeah. My PS5 won't boot up.
Yeah.
Well, it turns on. It doesn't.
So it's a known problem,
It
but
doesn't
yet they won't
communicate,
pay you for it.
I was gonna just mention because PlayStation's coming out with another type of PlayStation.
Oh, are they?
And I'm like, man, you guys you didn't even fix what's going on with 5. So, are you all right?
I was trying to look up to see if it was remade or not.
Oh, okay.
Some titles look like it was remade, or
Yeah.
some titles were trying to say it's gonna be remade
Mm-hmm.
by Landis' son, but I'm not gonna sit here and read everything and try to
Take too
figure out
long.
which one is which. Was it made or not?
It's not. It's.
Either way, his son was considering doing it.
Yeah, and then they said no. So,
No.
Marvel news.
oh wait, let me see, because
You have Marvel news too?
I may have.
Okay.
So I just if
I have sad Marvel news and happy Marvel news.
oh well you can
I'll do
while
the sad
I'm-
one first.
While I'm looking, you can.
All right. The sad part is the Blade movie is postponed indefinitely.
I had that.
was
I
like,
have that
"No,
somewhere.
I want Blade.
And what is your happy news?
Happy news is Disney Plus has released a trailer this week of their upcoming series. Some live action, some animated.
Yeah.
The live action ones include the Daredevil,
Yep, I
Born
have
Again, an Ironheart series.
I don't know what that is.
Did you see Wakanda Forever movie?
No.
Okay, well in that movie there's a character called Ironheart. It was basically a female Iron Man.
Okay.
So she's getting her own series. I don't know why.
Well, they did it for She-Hulk. Why not?
Yeah. And the next one is the Wonder Man.
What's a Wonder Man?
Wonder Man.
Wonder Woman, Wonder Man.
Seriously?
That's what I'm guessing.
No, Wonder Man. He's a character from Marvel. He was a villain for Iron Man. He's getting his own series apparently.
He's a villain and he's getting his own series.
Yeah.
He wonders a lot.
Yeah. I wonder why he got his own
He
series.
questions everything.
I know.
And I think on November 12th they're releasing Deadpool Wolverine on Disney Plus, which I'm surprised because it's rated R. But
And in relation to that,
correct.
I'm wondering like if what's his name? Ryan Reynolds
Correct.
had anything to do with the Blade thing being canceled.
Right.
Because he put Wesley Snipes in the movie as Blade.
Right.
And then he had that thing like, oh, there's only one Blade and that's all there'll ever be and blah 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 blah. And then all of a sudden now the movie's canceled.
Why don't you just cast it with Wesley Snipes and still make it?
I'm sure he needs money.
Well, the thing with that is that Wesley in the past, I don't know how he is now,
Right.
but in the past he had proven himself incredibly difficult to work with.
Really.
Yes.
He's
to
like
the point
Bill
that
Murray.
to the point that in one of the Blade films,
Yeah.
and I think it was the last one that they did, he was supposed to he was either supposed to have his eyes closed or his eyes open, and I forget which one it was, but he did the opposite. He refused to listen to the director and he was doing the opposite. So they had to CGI his eyes
Ah, I didn't know that.
because he wouldn't.
I think that's the one with
Trinity?
Triple H. Blade
Maybe.
Trinity.
Yeah.
Maybe. I can delete this stuff because you just said it.
Right. They also have animated series coming out.
Yeah.
Season 3 of What If comes out December 22nd.
Uh-huh.
It's a great series, by the way. I liked
I'll
it.
take your word for it.
I liked it. And then another Spider-Man animated series.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many of them. I'm just gonna keep going with that.
Yeah.
A zombie, Marvel Zombies series.
That's so weird.
So all the characters from Marvel are zombies.
Yeah.
A Wakanda animated series,
Oh my goodness.
and that's pretty much it.
Oh my
And
goodness.
of course, Daredevil.
I'm excited for Daredevil, but I never finished it, so I don't know if it's going to be a linear
looking
thing.
good. It's a continuation.
I'm gonna have to finish it.
Yeah.
That's more work for me. I don't like that.
Do something.
Do something.
So, yeah.
Um.
I'm surprised they're coming on Disney Plus is releasing Deadpool because it's rated R.
Money.
I am too. I am
Money.
too.
I'm,
Yo, yeah.
I'm definitely gonna watch it. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm over here spoiling the whole thing.
No,
I'm like, "Hey,
I've heard like
Oh,
I guess Channing Tatum.
Well, I'm not
was
telling
in
you
it,
anything else about
Wesley
it.
Snipes, Channing Tatum, a bunch of other people were in it.
Oh.
But I
Spoiler, he
I
wins.
haven't seen actual.
All right. Well, it's a
lot of
very
cameos.
it's an enjoyable film.
Right. It's, I guess, #1 grossing rated R movie of 2020.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Of the
I
year.
will definitely purchase it.
You don't have to. It's free on Disney
Well,
Plus.
no, I want to own it.
Oh, okay.
We like to
You can
own
own it.
DVDs
Well, it's
and
already out on
Blu-rays.
DVD.
I still like owning
I
things.
think you can go to.
Yes.
I think that Walmart can get it.
I still
We
like
like
owning
physical
stuff.
media.
Well, my thing is,
I'm
and
planning
I-
on getting a DVD player soon, so I can
Oh,
watch
Joe.
DVDs.
Santa
I-
will bring you one for Christmas.
Yeah.
There you go. I mean, here's the thing. I've bought stuff digitally, like you know,
Digitally? What do you mean?
yeah. Well, like I
haven't.
bought stuff off Amazon, like Prime.
Oh, okay. You
Like
just
I
saved
bought-
on your thing.
Like I bought the last Spider-Man movie that they did because
The one with all of them.
Homecoming?
yeah.
Tobey Maguire.
Because I didn't want to wait for the DVDs and I
No,
wanted
it's
to
Far
see
From
it.
Home.
So I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I want to see it. So I bought it.
A lot of
And
homes.
I will ultimately buy it on DVD if it's available on DVD still.
Nice.
But my thing is that, like, if I cancel my Prime account or something happens to the whatever streaming thing I'm using, like, do I lose the media or, like,
I don't know.
like that bothers me because I'm like, if I have it, if I own it, like the physical copy of it, like I always have it.
Right. Excuse me.
But I don't.
I like owning it.
Yeah. Yeah. I just.
Plus DVDs and Blu-rays, you go to all the extras. If you're into that.
Sometimes they don't bother, and it's like, eh, why'd you charge me this much, punk?
Yeah, I hate it when the Blu-ray's out. Yay, more stuff. And it's the same, like, 2 features as the DVD has.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's better quality.
Well, I mean, you know,
Get the extra,
if you're gonna,
extra
but if you're gonna,
HDMI or whatever. it is.
you're gonna charge me an extra $10. I mean, you know,
Give me $10 worth more
put
stuff.
something else in there.
That's right.
A lot more
Jeez.
something.
Yeah, put something else. Now, speaking of, I mentioned Prime real quick. So speaking of that,
Amazon Prime.
apparently Amazon Prime was going to do a God of War show.
Really?
Yes,
I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago.
and I was so excited for it. And
Like live action?
yes,
Ooh.
and they have since, like, people have left the production, and so now they have to start all over again.
No.
Yes, so it's like, oh, we're not going to see that for another 2 to 3 years.
Who did they
Yeah.
cast as Kratos?
I have no idea. I don't know who I think the director and a bunch of other people walked away, so now they have to start all over again. Sucks.
Damn it.
I know.
Well.
Someday. You know who Judd Apatow is? I've been meaning to tell this story for like
He's
3
a
weeks. yeah.
director. He works with like Seth Rogen on this motherfucker.
So, and I don't know if this is because Seinfeld, Jerry Seinfeld, had done like a Pop-Tart movie on Netflix.
What flavor?
A what?
He did a Pop-Tart movie on Netflix.
Pop-Tart? Like
Pop-Tart.
the food?
Yeah, like
I didn't know
the
that.
pastry treat.
I didn't know that.
He did.
I never put mine in the toaster.
Wow. I mean, it came out during like the summer. Thank you. I never put mine in a toaster either. But on the heels of that, because it apparently did quite well, and I don't know if Pop Tart was upset about this, but apparently it did quite well. So now Judd Apatow wants to do a Coke versus Pepsi film, Cola Wars,
All right.
for Sony, and Spielberg is producing it.
Damn.
Wow.
Yes.
Spielbergo.
Yes. I was
Damn.
like, what's happening? We're just going to have all these junk food movies now.
Cereal Wars. Huh? They're great.
Captain
Follow
Crunch.
your nose.
Captain Crunch on the sea of milk. Just,
It's magically delicious.
It's the Fruit Loops guys versus the little Lucky Charms. Who's going to win?
Fruit Loops was Toucan.
Toucan Sam.
Toucan Sam.
Toucan Sam and Lucky.
He could take
Lucky.
Lucky.
His name was Lucky, right?
Yeah.
Did he have a name? Just Lucky?
Damn.
Lucky Charms is just...
I don't know if that was his
Lucky the
original.
Leprechaun.
I don't know if that was his original name, but it's Lucky now.
Let me see.
If you know his name, comment below. Who's the Lucky Charms name?
I did a
Did you?
whole podcast episode on this.
Yeah. On what, cereal?
On on Lucky Charms.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
A whole show on Lucky Charms?
Well, I had another show with a friend of mine. We don't do anymore, but we would have
Discussions.
alternate weeks. We would have like an origin story.
Oh,
So I did the origin of Lucky Charms.
nice.
Yeah, but I don't have any of those notes, so I can't.
Originally had like 5 marshmallows.
So I
now there's
can't
like
help you.
20.
Yeah.
Lucky the Leprechaun.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Lucky the Leprechaun.
I mean the design has changed quite a bit, but
Formal name was LC Leprechaun.
yeah,
Okay, what's the name of the little bee from Honey Nut Cheerios? Bee?
he's a bee.
This is Tony the Tiger.
Yeah,
Come on.
he's
Toucan
great.
Sam. Trix Rabbit.
Horatio Magellan Crunch.
Who was his nemesis?
Captain Crunch has a
He
nemesis.
does.
Probably the milk.
I think it's like Jean Lafoot.
What?
Like on the back of the box, it's like the adventures of Jean Lafoot and
What?
Captain Crunch, like his enemy. He's like basically Captain Crunch, but like he was red instead of blue.
Huh.
Jean Lafoot.
I've never heard of that.
Anyway,
Is that like a spoof on a pirate? I wonder.
I guess so.
The Freight wasn't his name, Jean LaFreight or something. Sorry.
Lafoot.
Go ahead.
The bee did not have a name until the year 2000
Yeah.
when Christine Tong, a 5th grade student from Coolidge, Texas, won a national contest to name him, dubbing him Buzz Bee.
Busby.
Busby.
Buzz Bee.
Wow, very creative.
Creative.
For the last 24 years, he's known as Buzz Bee.
Busby.
There's a off the highway when you're driving through Rhode Island.
Okay.
There's this extermination company,
Oh yeah, the big giant.
and they have what has been dubbed as the Big Blue Bug.
Yeah.
Well, the Big Blue Bug has a name.
Oh, what's his name?
There was a whole
Or her name.
There was a contest
Ah,
to
another
name
contest.
it. Yeah, then this
Big
is
Blue Bug.
this is years ago.
That
And-
was in that movie,
what movie?
Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, was it?
They were driving the Big Blue Bug.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So the winner of this contest, to name the bug,
right?
they named him Nibbles Woodaway.
Nibbles Woodway.
Nibbles Woodaway. But everybody still calls him the Big Blue Bug.
Nibbles.
What I like is during the holiday season, they put a Rudolph red nose on him.
Yeah, they put a hat on him.
Yeah.
Nice. Some lights.
No, they don't light him up, but they do the little nose.
Nibbles.
Yeah, Nibbles Woodaway. Listen, it's been in my head for about 20 years, so I figured it'll be in somebody else's head now.
Nibbles.
Nibbles Woodaway.
The Big Blue Bug.
He sure is. That's how you know you're in Rhode Island. That and the fact everybody's driving screwy. You're like, we're all going to die. We must be in Rhode Island.
Neither a road nor an island. It's a peninsula. What?
It's not a road.
Nope.
Where we're going there, we'll need roads.
That's right. Switch some gears here.
Oh,
right.
speaking of roads.
This is all right.
You sound like me. All right, wait. All right.
Tony Hinchcliffe.
Oh, for God's sakes.
For those who don't know, Tony Hinchcliffe is a stand-up comic.
Supposedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
He was at the Brady roast and he did pretty good.
Yeah.
But he was at the Trump rally. He didn't do so good at the Trump rally. For 10
didn't.
minutes, you can. I'm not going to repeat the jokes, but you can watch it on YouTube.
Oh,
Just
please
look up
don't.
Tony Hinchcliffe Trump rally, and he said some stuff. Some people weren't happy with the stuff.
He said some really
Yeah,
he said some really rough stuff.
he did. So,
Here's the thing.
and Trump,
all right?
Trump was like, I didn't know who he was.
Oh, well, here's the deal with that.
All right,
All right.
proceed.
Oh boy, I could proceed my ass off.
All right.
His jokes were actually vetted by his campaign people.
I mean, vetted. What does that mean?
Vetted. They went through and because
Oh, they approved the jokes.
yes,
Really?
yes, because there was one joke that he wanted to say. He was gonna. Oh boy, how do I say this?
You don't have to.
Well, I
Don't get us banned.
yeah, because it's. He was gonna call a certain female a certain word that a lot of females don't like to be called. And they were like, "No, you probably shouldn't do that."
But tell the other jokes about the island.
They took that out, right? But they were okay with everything else that he said. I was like, "Wow, I don't know, like."
They weren't.
I don't know what was happening in somebody's head there.
They weren't happy with the See You Next Tuesday, but they were happy with the island of garbage.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
They thought that was a good idea. What else? Oh, my other just quick little thing about that is that if you're invited to a roast,
right?
I mean that there's, it's assumed you're gonna do those kind of jokes,
right?
But this wasn't a roast.
No, it was a rally.
It was
for an election.
It was
to run the country.
I mean, I guess like he probably should have catered his jokes a little bit differently,
right?
And instead
Read the
of
room.
Yeah, but he's a comedian, I guess. So they say. So they say.
He does the Kill Tony.
Yeah.
On the YouTubes.
I don't know.
He was good on the Brady roast. He destroyed everybody, which is.
But I mean but that's what you're there to do.
Right.
This wasn't what. I mean, I don't know why he was there anyway.
Apparently, Trump didn't know either. I don't know where he is.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know a lot of things.
Nobody told me.
Listen.
So yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna repeat the jokes. So I don't want to get.
I can cut his mic.
I won't repeat.
I have that power. Somebody should have cut that other guy's mic.
Like John Oliver said, Google it.
Oh, Google it! I love
right.
John Oliver. Love him to
Tony
bits.
Hinchcliffe.
Love him to bits. Let me.
Where is he?
Holy shit!
There he is.
Google it. Google it.
I love that.
Yeah. I've seen that a lot on your thing.
I put that in the TikTok thing whenever I can. It's just because he loves. Because he starts yelling when he gets really about something, and so it's just this little video of John just yelling, "Google it, Google it." It just makes me laugh. I don't care. Anybody else?
That's what I'm doing to find some of this information for us. Googling.
That's right.
Yeah.
Internet. The old interwebs.
The interwebs.
That's right.
What have I?
What have you?
Leave mine on.
Oh, here's an interesting little thing I was reading the other day. Sean might get a kick out of this.
Oh, Sean.
So because it was Halloween.
Yes.
I was going to talk about this last week and it slipped my mind, so I'll talk about it now.
Okay.
I was reading
Still
this
relevant.
article. I was reading this article about it was talking with a real estate agent.
Okay.
About the issues selling places that have like a stigma, like maybe something bad happened there.
Oh, haunting.
And like haunted places.
Paranormal activity.
Yeah. So according to a 2023 Zillow analysis of state laws, all right,
Okay.
Massachusetts, Minnesota, New Jersey, and New York require agents to disclose a suspected haunting or paranormal activity on a property.
Great house. Someone died here.
They have to. By law?
They should.
By law, they
But what
have
if they
to.
don't know about it? Then they can't tell you. We
Well,
didn't know.
I mean, if they had to hire a cleaning crew to come in and clean it.
A lot of bleach smell in here. It gets blood right out real good.
Yeah, I mean, there was the article had was talking to several, and then there was this one lady in like San Francisco, like the Bay Area, and she was like, yeah, like she goes, I think it's you're morally obligated to, even though I don't have to by law, I feel morally obligated to tell these people. She goes, especially. And this is what she said. She goes, especially if I feel it's dark. She goes, and like one person, she was showing a house to, or maybe it was an apartment or whatever. Like the person came in and was like, "This place feels heavy." Like the air in here just.
This was owned by the Menendez brothers.
They're like, "It doesn't feel right," and she's like, "Yeah, I meant to tell you."
Do you watch the news?
Yeah.
You'll never recognize this house on the news.
Oh yeah. Well, we put some new bushes in the front, so hopefully people won't notice. But I mean, because I've been, well, especially like the house that I have now,
Right.
the this current place.
Yes. Tell us
The
all
real
about
estate
this fish.
the real estate woman, because the real estate woman, I said, so who owned this house like prior? And she goes, oh, her name was Mildred, the woman who owned this. So I was like, oh, so it's an older woman, because you don't hear young people named Mildred anymore. So I was like, is it an older woman? And she goes, yeah. And I said, well, did she pass in the house? And she goes, why? And I said, because it matters to me.
She might still be here.
So she goes, no, she passed in a facility. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I'm like, good. Now all the lights are going to go out now that I said that. No. So I was like, good. And then she goes, okay. And I said, I looked at her, I was like, her name is Luann. I said, Luann, by law, you have to tell me if this is haunted. And she's like, I don't think it is. It's like, good.
If it really is, and stuff moves, and
not when I get through with it.
Nailed to the floor.
Doors open and close, and drawers open and close, then they should definitely tell them.
Yeah. Well, I am in the extremely stressful process of purchasing a property overseas.
Yep.
And
which
I have another story about that. But so when I was talking to the estate agent, I was like, is there anything like bad? And she goes, like what? Like the plumbing? And I was like, no.
The roof leaks.
No, I want to know, did anybody like die in the house? And she was like,
not yet.
And I was like, have you heard about it being like things moving on their own? Like, is it like haunted? And she's like, I don't think so. Like she's talking to me like I was like insane. And I said, listen, I need to know.
These Americans.
I was like, gee, yeah, Americans are weird. It's like, well, I need to know. And then Jay, because this is the second property we've almost purchased.
Oh.
The deal prior fell through. So now we're on the second deal. And Jay looks at me, because this has been such like a difficult thing. Jay looks at me and goes, you know what? I don't give a fuck if it's haunted. And I said, really? You don't? And he goes, nope. He goes, at this point, I'll get a priest. I said, all right, call in Father O'Donnell and have him come in.
Holy water.
And,
burn some sage.
He goes,
power of Christ compels you.
Yeah. And he goes, all these, because Europe's a very old country.
Right.
And this place is from like the early 1900s.
Nice.
And Jay's like, I don't care. And if something's that old, haunted anyway. It's probably haunted anyway. And I was like, okay.
Damn.
But he don't care now.
Well then.
I know. Hang on one second. Oh, did we have a winner last week?
No.
What?
We did not.
Get out of town.
The movie quote was from The Craft.
Okay.
Which is like a Halloween kind of movie. So.
Wow.
So nobody won.
Witches.
Nobody won.
So this week's score is worth 4.
Wow.
4 gift cards to Dunkin' Donuts.
Wow.
If you know the movie, hopefully, comment the
This
name
is when you should
on
answer.
the YouTube video. First and correct, you win. Sean's got to shake his moneymaker and pick a name. So you can do that first, Sean.
All right.
So shake it up, pick a name, and
We'll push
then I'll do my quote and we'll wrap it up. Shake it up and down. Man.
We'll have Mildred shut
Cover
the
your
lights
head,
off.
I was going to say, if I go up and down.
There you go. Shake it up.
It's going to go all over.
Give it a good shake. All right.
Shake it up.
Drum roll, please.
I know. I missed on the
right.
drum roll. There we go. I should have done that while he was shaking. Oh.
And the winner is
Vanessa.
Vanessa.
Hey.
Congratulations. You won a gift card to
Wait,
Dunkin'
there's
Donuts.
the applause.
Courtesy of Sean. All right.
Yay.
$5. All right.
Hey.
Movie quote is Hey guys, I think we're going to need a bigger boat.
No.
Comment below.
That's an easy one.
And that's for
you'd
4.
think
Come on.
That's for 4 gift cards.
That's
Ball
for
out
4.
with
That's
that.
for 4 gift. You should have made it harder. For 4. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you next time. Good night, Mildred. And before I send it down the table, here's your fun fact of the week. The first Thanksgiving meal included eels, shellfish, wild fowl, and deer, and there was definitely no cranberry sauce or pumpkin pie.
What is considered wild fowl?
If it ain't got eels, it's just not Thanksgiving.
Yeah. All right. Have a great weekend. Don't forget Sunday, daylight savings.
Ugh.
Again.
Turn him back an hour.
Yeah.
Gain
If
an
I
hour.
could turn back time.
Like, share. Have a good everything. Happy birthday, Dad.
Oh,
Happy birthday, Dad.
Dad.